FeatureCam 2015 provides more flexibility in how a Counterbore tool is used at the machine. You can now specify the Z0 location of the tool to be at the end of the cutting edge as opposed to the end of the pilot length. Selecting this option will inherently update the R word within the drilling cycle to include the pilot length. As the pilot length is susceptible to greater variations in tolerance, this enhancement rules out the need to accurately measure its value prior to machining. In this example, we have a lever bracket. We're machining from a cast stock, and we have some machining pads on the non-filleted faces shown here. If we look to within the part view, we can subsequently see we have two facing operations, and we have a pattern of hole features in order to machine the counterbored holes. If I play through my 3D simulation, we can see the current operations and stock state like so. So there we have our part. If I look within my hole feature, we can see that the bore depth is 2 millimeters. And if I look at my Counterbore tool, I can see we're using a pilot length of 15 millimeters. I'm going to OK my features and have a look at the NC code produced. Now under the Counterbore operation, we have two values here. We have a Z value and an R value. If I look at the Z value of minus 139 millimeters, I can see this value includes the distance from my setup to the start and face point of the counterbored holes of 122 millimeters. We then have the bore depth of 2 millimeters, and we have the pilot length of 15 millimeters to give us our total of minus 139 millimeters. The R word reflects the plunge clearance, so I can see I'm using a plunge clearance of 3 millimeters. I can check this within my hole feature under the miscellaneous tab. Now in FeatureCam we have the ability to change the Z0 location of a Counterbore tool. If I come back into my hole feature, look at the Counterbore operation and open the Counterbore tool, I can see we have a new option to touch off at the shoulder. What this option does is moves the Z0 location from the end of the pilot length to the end of the cutting edge shown here. So I'm going to select this option, say apply and OK my feature. If I rerun my simulation, we have our two facing operations, then have the spot drilling and drilling, and we finally have the counterbore operations. So the simulation remains the same. If I look within the NC code, what I can see is differences in the Z and R values. So as we've moved the Z0 location to the end of the cutting edge of the tool, we can see the Z value is now the distance of 122 millimeters plus the bore depth of 2 millimeters to give us our Z value. And the R value not only includes the plunge clearance of 3 millimeters, but additionally includes the pilot length of 15 millimeters. And this is to ensure when the tool retracts, it's completely clear of the hole.